Guys, this one has been a very long time coming. A Bloodstained, a Ritual of the Night is now out for everything except Switch. For some reason, it's coming to Switch next week, and I'm not happy with that. I wish it was a day and date release, but it isn't. I've been playing it on PC. I've played a few hours, although originally I just wanted to play like the first 30 minutes to an hour because I just wanted to see how it was like, get me excited for the Switch version. I saw a lot of people really loving it on Twitter and other social media, but then it grabbed me and it wouldn't let go. I was up until 3 a.m. playing this game, and that hadn't happened to me in a very long time. So something about this game has just absolutely grabbed me. I have loved every second of it so far, and yes, I'm spoiling the fact that I love the game. This isn't a review or anything because I've only played the first few hours, but man, oh man, I cannot wait to play this game on Nintendo Switch because I want to take it with me on the go. I want to be able to play on the couch and wherever else I choose to play. There's a lot of places where I like playing that we can't talk about, but despite all that, I just want to talk about how awesome this game and how it has absolutely exceeded every expectation I had. To be honest, I didn't have very many. This game has been in development for a very long time. It was supposed to come out some time ago, got pushed, but when a developer makes a trailer saying, hey, we know that you guys weren't happy with the game, here are the improvements we've made, you know that they're proud of what they've done, and they should be, because what they've done here is not only make a fantastic Metroidvania game, and you guys know Metroidvania games are one of my favorite genres. That's just because I grew up playing things like Castlevania and Metroid, and for some reason, those just always stuck with me. The fact that you progress in order to backtrack and go to like secret parts of a level that you had already been in, all that just really speaks to me as a gamer for some reason. And this is one of the best Metroidvania games I have played in a very long time. Move over Axiom Verge, because Axiom Verge had been my favorite one in recent memory, but this just overtakes it. Because not only is it a Metroidvania game, the RPG elements in this are absolutely top notch. And not only do you find weapons, shards, which are your abilities in this game, you actually also find clothing. You can customize the look of your character. There are other accessories that you can use. And the game even has like a loadout system where you can save your preferred stats for whatever playstyle you're currently using. But then with the holdover trigger, you can move over to another loadout that is more specific to like ranged enemies if you are coming across them. It's all really, really cool. And the RPG elements in this are just way deeper than I originally thought. I thought that this was just going to be a straightforward Metroidvania game, but not only is it a cool RPG on top of it, but we also have a ton of side quests. You find NPCs throughout the world, you send them back to your hub, and then they give you side quests such as go kill X amount of this type of monster, go find me this type of food because I really like it, or go find this artifact that I want to bury a family member with. All of that coming together with the awesome Metroidvania aspects, with the awesome RPG elements, has just really made an addictive game for me. Originally, I didn't expect to play close to 4 hours of it on PC, but at this point, I had to stop myself forcefully. I forcefully had to stop myself to say, hey, this is coming to Switch. I'd rather play it on Switch. There's no real benefit of playing on PC because I can play like my big TV in the living room, I can play on the go, so let's move over. And it has been extremely difficult for me to wait this week. The story itself is actually cool as well. In it, you play as Miriam, an orphan who was taken in by an alchemist and then experimented on, and now they can just take these crystals which have demonic energy and you can transplant them into her body. She went into a 10-year coma after that, wakes up, and all hell has broken loose. Quite literally, there are demons everywhere. Then Miriam must go find Jibo, another alchemist who was experimented on, but he kind of went evil. He wants to like change the world, destroy the world. She has to go stop him. There is a bunch of lore in this game. Every time you're in the hub, you go to one of the shops or one of the places where you upgrade your shards, and you get a little bit more context to what is going on in the world, why the events have transpired the way they have. There are also bookcases scattered all over the world, which not only teach you new moves, but also give you more context and little side stories to what's going on. It is really, really fleshed out. I'd be lying if I said that the story was what's propelling me to go forward. For me, it's more about the fun I'm having, just getting these new abilities, finding these new powers. The way you gain abilities is really cool in the game too. You are traversing through whatever area you're in. Maybe you see an enemy that you haven't seen before. You go, fight it, defeat it, you feel victorious, but then the camera zooms in on Miriam, she's in pain, these shards are coming in, and boom, she has a new ability. And for the most part, I know some are kind of predictable, but if you have duplicates, you can sell them, you can upgrade your abilities for better stats, longer duration, and things of that nature. So I always look forward to seeing new enemies because I know there is a decent chance that I'm gonna be getting a new stat to go along with it. You can find health upgrades along the way, you can find capacity upgrades, mana stuff along the way, so that you can do more magic, augment your firearms a little bit more, shoot faster. It's all just really, really well done. The enemy design in this one is like really cool too, because yeah, there's some that are like kind of samey, but there are some like mini bosses that are really creative and honestly scary looking. The boss fights that I have fought, not a lot, there's a few in there, are just super, super fun, epic. Huge scale. Everybody's seen the boat one with that giant like tentacle looking monster. That one in particular was difficult, right? I'm finding some difficulty. I'm dying a lot along the way. Enemy attack patterns are really important to memorize here. That's one thing that I'm really enjoying, just having that old school feel. And make no mistake, this game does feel really traditional in a lot of ways. And I say that in the best possible way. I don't mean that like it's boring or anything like that. We've seen games like this in the past, but what IGA has done here is built upon those with perfect bricks, and it all just stands together in such a perfect way. One other thing that I really appreciate about the game so far is the variety in the weapons, right? We have whips, we have different kinds of swords, short, long, dagger, doesn't matter. We even have shoes with like blades in them, stuff like that, and they all have like different speeds. Of course, the whip is a little bit slower, but has a little bit longer of a range. I'm gonna do it with my finger here. You can have a curve there, and if there's multiple enemies coming at you, you attack both of them at once. For me, the longsword has been my just good middle ground because it's quick, it's still a one-handed weapon, but it's nowhere near as fast as a dagger, but it's also have some of that powers that bigger swords do. And great swords, super slow pace. The boots are awesome too. Those have a fun little attack where she spins forward and does this like thrust attack. It's all really fun, but the thing I appreciate about all these weapons is that they all function differently. It's not just like, oh, this one does more damage than the other. It also changes up your gameplay style quite a bit. If you have been using daggers for a while and you're just used to like attacking super fast, changing to a weapon such as a broadsword of any kind is gonna really slow you down and almost just completely change the way you play the game. The detail in the levels is amazing. In some of the castles, there are paintings that start coming at you. You have to finish those off. It's creepy, it's atmospheric, the music is awesome. It has mostly full voice acting for all cutscenes and every piece of important dialogue. And the voice actors all do a really good job too, so I'm very impressed with the presentation. This has always been pitched as a spiritual successor to Castlevania, and I feel like they have nailed it. This feels like those games felt like back in the day. Symphony of the Night, one of my favorite games on PlayStation. I played a ton of it. Playing Bloodstained makes me feel just like I felt back then. Like a lot of games recently, it plays on nostalgia a lot, right? Everything that's old is new again, and remakes, Link's Awakening is a good example of, even Nintendo taking things from the past and freshening them up and making them sometimes even better. And for me, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night has done just that. It is a shining example of what a Metroidvania can be. I love the side quests, I love the combat, I'm loving so much of this game. Of course it has its issues, just like every game. It's not perfect. I can't wait to play more of it. Switch, hurry up and release. I don't know why it's releasing later on Switch. I don't really know at all, but I'm gonna wait, pick it up digitally because I wanna keep this one with me. It's just a huge bummer overall that we have to wait a little bit longer on Switch. I mean, it's not too much of a wait, it's only a week, but still. But with all that said, this has been a true surprise for me. It has blown all my expectations away. It has more than met them. I've seen people call this a return to form for IGA, and he has said that he would love to make more of these games. Now Bloodstained is 2 for 2 as far as the franchise. Like for me, Curse of the Moon, Ritual of the Night, both awesome games, both phenomenal for the price. I know that Curse of the Moon is like a little short, but it's really cheap. And this is more sizable. It costs a little bit more. It's still not full price, but I fully recommend it so far. I can't wait to play more of it. Hopefully you guys are as excited about it as me. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and Reddit are really happy with it too. So it's awesome to see a game do well, just with fan reception, and we'll see how sales goes. I want Zach to play this. I'm gonna try to convince him because he didn't like it very much in the previews, and I'm curious if the changes are enough for him. But that's a topic for another time. Thank you guys for watching. I super appreciate you being here and hopefully enjoying the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all that good stuff. Follow us on Twitter, link is in the description. And that is gonna be it for me. Again, thank you. Your support is always appreciated. You're fantastic, and we will catch you on the next one. SwitchForce out.